Hi, welcome back to the Invited Back podcast with Sabbath Kapahu. Today I'm going to talk about this thought. Why do today what you can put off until tomorrow? Wait, what? I know, although we might have a million reasons to disagree, I want to sit with this for a minute. The way we measure time and interpret the use of its terms shapes every aspect of our life. It permeates our daily routines, our interpretation of things, of scripture, of circumstances, and how we compare ourselves to others, especially in this Western world. And beyond our perspectives and physical interpretation, the way we measure time shapes our conclusions about who we are and whether or not we measure up. And especially, I would say this is true of us as women. And then as mothers, we base our kids' growth according to charts, timetables, common core standards. And then as entrepreneurs, we measure growth with numbers over a specific period of what? Yes, time. As consumers, we base self-worth on the quote-unquote number of friends that we're perceived to have. And then finally, as women, we've been trained to believe that there are certain ages in life in which we reach our peak. But we let these numbers drain our hope and steal our joy. I know you've heard it 1,000 times. Comparison is the thief of joy. And if you've experienced it, you're in good company. I've been a mother now for, 8.5 years. But if there's one thing that I'm intimately acquainted with, it's the struggle against my own self. I steal my own joy more than anyone else in my life. But what if I could stop comparing myself based on time and instead measure myself against the one who has already numbered my days? God knows the beginning and the end and holds everything in between together. So instead of adding my limited perspective, what if I let the outcomes to the one who already has the perfect plan? Can I trust him enough? So the thing is, if we're going to let go of comparison in our lives, we must have something bigger than ourselves to grab a hold of. The good news, my friends, is that we do. We may have some work to get there. We have to find the things that matter most, and we have to pursue them with all we have. And we have to do it all for the sake of this something bigger, and that is God. In the last 10 years, I've had 4 kids. We've moved 4 times across the country to a new country, across an ocean, and across town. I've worked full-time, I've worked part-time, and I've worked as a stay-at-home mom. It's needless to say that I have journeyed through transition. And what I've learned is the things that matter most rise to the surface when all else gets pulled out from under us. These are the things that will ground us through transition times. I know, as moms, we have a million choices to make each day. The more we are aware of what it takes to remain on our personal path, the easier the choices become. But this takes work. It takes work of knowing our purpose, setting goals, making plans, and then laying them at the feet of Jesus daily. This is when our lives become a catalyst for life-giving moments, day after day after day. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his last name correct, he said, "Things which matter most must never be at the mercy of things which matter least." I'm going to repeat that. because it's so worth sitting with. Things which matter most must never be at the mercy of things which matter least. Friends, when we measure our time based on the expectations of others or our own shame-induced ideals, we all have them. We're at the mercy of the things which matter least. So here's where we get back to my opening thought. If that thing you're putting off until tomorrow means you spend more time nurturing the important relationships in your life today, or resting your weary body, or inviting the presence of God into your heart through intentional worship, or whatever God has actually called you to today, then yes, absolutely, do not do today what you can put off until tomorrow. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.